What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today we are doing another PSA submission preview. We've got 51, maybe 52 cards, a lot of Optic, some Wembys, and as usual, we are joined by my buddy Roberto out of Florida with some cards. We'll cover his, as well as another local buddy here, Nate, and the newcomer, Nate's dad, Phil. So shout out to Phil for getting his first card submitted in for grading. We got some Wembys coming up. And real quick thing on just two quick notes. Number one, thanks to everybody for the support on the Mega Box video. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. 10,000 views in a week. The world premiere of the Mega Boxes for Optic. Just got stupidly lucky. Found them at the most bizarre off-the-grid store, Mart here in the Pacific Northwest. And shout out to everybody who subscribed. You got like 200 plus of new subscribers from that channel, from that video alone. So a lot of people, this might be the first time you're seeing a PSA sub from me. We keep it pretty simple. And we kind of just walk through, kind of use it as an educational thing for people who have never submitted for grading before. And I do want to clarify one thing. There were a lot of questions in the comments of that Mega Box about the grading of Optic. And a lot of the folks were confused as to how it is that I got this Mythical graded when they thought that Optic wasn't being graded by PSA. That was true for about 72 hours a couple weeks back. But I just wanted to clarify for folks that are like, why are you sending stuff to PSA for Optic? They can't grade it yet until Hobby comes out. That's not true. Obviously, here we are. This one's not only already been graded, it's already been sold. I sold this one yesterday for $1,700, and this is exactly why I and most people will grade something like this. It goes for about 900 to 1,000 raw, and one ended. There was another PSA 10 that ended on auction for 1,425, I think. Oops, sorry. And I just had mine listed up there for 2,200 or best offer, and somebody offered me $1,700 for it yesterday and took it. So this is going to go through eBay authenticity review, and that'll be final sale. No risk of any returns, no funny business there with the buyer, all legit. So $1,700 for a Mythical PSA 10. It's an awesome card, but to me it'd be kind of silly to not take the profits and use that for other rips, or I could always buy this card back later when more of them come out. But yeah, so this guy will be on its way to its new owner. But not too bad of a score there out of a $35 blaster and a $60 PSA kind of quick submission. That was that 10-day turnaround. So anyways, CJ Stroud, welcome to your new home. All right, now let's see what we got here for this upcoming submission. This is all part of the $16 May Modern Card Special, which they extended to June. So you could still, this is a 10 card minimum, and 16 bucks. So we're going to just kind of go through this. I already have these in order because I got to get this out today. We got the Victor out of Select on the Cracked Red Ice. This is, these are all Nate's cards here. So Cracked Red Ice. We got also just a Victor base. And here is where we've got, not only did Nate pull a red, white, and blue out of a value pack, but his dad, Phil, also pulled a red, white, and blue out of a value pack. So nice double your luck for Nate and Phil. And again, for those that are wondering, because I always did too, how do you handle multiple cards of the same, in the same submission for different owners? It always goes by the cert number. So that's why the order is important. So this one I know is Phil's, and the first one is Nate's. So when they come back, regardless of what order they're going to come back in, because PSA never sends them back to you in the same order you sent them. They throw the slabs in there no matter what. You just got to look at the cert number. Hopefully they'll both come back 10s. But stay tuned for that in a couple months. We'll see how those two do. But that's how you handle multiple identical cards with different owners. Then we got more stuff here from Nate. We got Puka on the red, white, and blue. We got Puka on the silver. And then we move into some of my cards. This was just kind of digging through some old Optic. Found a Jordan Love, so it looked in pretty good shape. So I figured, what the hell, go ahead and get that sent in. This is a Stroud out of Leaf Metal Football. This one's numbered to 5. So I like the card, even though it's Leaf and it's non-licensed. You can't really even tell because there's no logo anyways in a picture like this. So it might be a little off center, probably get a 9, but low number to 5. Figured get it in there. And then speaking of low number, we got some other. This is my first time trying out Leaf Metal. We'll see how it grades. This is the Alex Orji Earth Parallel. This is an auto to 2. And again, just kind of throwing this in there to see if he ends up getting the starting gig at Michigan, then this might be some increased value going into next year. And then also another low number here, we got a Dante Moore. This is a 1 of 1. I can't remember what this is. The this is also the Earth Cracked Ice, I think is what it is. But so that one again, he's no longer at UCLA. He's now at Oregon, so he'll be backing up at Oregon this year. So again, just kind of thinking what might happen down the road for 16 bucks. Figured worth the flyer. Speaking of mythicals, this is the other one my son pulled. So we got Will Levis. I think this will get a 10 based on, the learnings of looking at the centering on one that already is a 10. But that's a nice little combo there. I imagine building a set of all these, that'd be pretty dope. But this one was going raw for about 270, but, figure once the season starts, he should have an interesting season. He stays healthy. Getting a 10 on that probably would be double the value. Pulled this nice Tankdale Blue Diamond out of Optic Blasters as well. This is all my Optic stuff coming up here, so lots of pinks and shocks and just some base in there as well. CJ Stroud on the pink. Robinson on the pink. Addison on the pink. The one decent hit out of the mega boxes was actually the JSN on the teal velocity. And again, thank you everybody for clarifying that the teal versus green's out of the fat packs that people have started getting from Target, and the teal is out of the mega boxes. This was the other nice card. This was the Puka Blue Hyper out of the mega box. Nice color match. Probably gonna get a 9, honestly. It's a little heavy on the top to bottom, but figured throw it in there, see what we get. Anthony Richardson on the Purple Shock. This was a little concerning at first because these looked like the print lines back here, but it's actually there even on the base card. So I don't think that's part of the print line. I just think it's part of the yard markers. I don't know. It's a little weird, but throwing it in there anyway. Centering looks good. Well, actually, that being said, it's a little heavy on the bottom. But again, even if it 9s, I'm fine with it. $16 into it. It's not a big deal. Not 1, but 2 Bijans on the Purple Shocks. I think Atlanta's going to have a pretty good year, honestly. Diamond Hands, probably my favorite insert, other than the My House, on the out of Optic. The Diamond Hands, got the Jordan Addison. Sharp looking card. Just don't get that many of them because you only get 1 insert per blaster box. And then the Hidden Potential, Anthony Richardson. And then we got some base, Anthony Richardson. And again, why base? Well, because there's always a market for base. And without Hobby and, all the other, because Hobby not being out, there's going to be a demand for these cards that get graded before the masses hit all the breakers. More Bijan. I got the Nakuas. Again, just kind of hitting on some of the usual folks here. Again, I like nickel and diamond on the grading. I know some people are anti-grading base. That's not me. There's always going to be somebody who's going to want a $30 base PSA 10 of a player on their team. So that's the approach I take with it. If I can make 10, 12 bucks per card, I will take that all day long. It's not all about hitting the big. It's not all about hitting these. I mean, yeah, it'd be great if you can get, a $1,600 profit on every single graded card you'd sell. But we're not running with those high stakes on this channel. So we try to keep it down to earth a little bit. This was a nice hit out of Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary. Trout out of 100. Centering looked good. So figured what the hell, let's throw that in there. And we got a little bit of Bowman in here. Not a ton. I don't know if I'm the only one that thought Bowman was a little disappointing this year. But I'm still going to throw a couple of these guys. I've had success selling the base cards, the 10. Again, trying to make, 10, 15 bucks per card. In this case, I've even threw some Ellies in there. Half the time it's just always kind of curious, almost like a little bit of a challenge for yourself. If like, hey, I wonder if these 4 are all going to 10 because I sorted them out from all the others, and I think I'm good at picking out cards for grading. I don't know. Tell me in the comments if you do that yourself. You kind of throw a card in there just to see if it can get a 10, even if you think it might be on the edge here. There's Dylan Cruz on the chrome. You got some Nimalas, a couple of these. He's been very popular. For those that don't know, I think he's the first Indian-born native, Indian born player prospect. So he's been getting some additional attention from a new band of collectors. Again, Lombard Jr., anything Yankee prospect, I will pretty much always send it to get graded. Miles Naylor, this was at a 250. This kid was drafted 39th overall, so did a little bit of homework on him. Figured numbered card for him, send it in. And we only managed to pull 2 autos out of Bowman Blasters. We only opened, I think, maybe 9 blasters this year, and that's been it. Haven't even bothered with mega boxes this time. And then Jared Cerna, again, Yankee prospect. Tons of collectability here. Big market for those fans, so went ahead and did that. PC hit just for me. Bought this Matt Williams card. Big Giants fan, of course, here on the channel, if you know. On-card auto out of 2024 Topps, actually, the flagship Series 1. So, yeah, 89. That's the Earthquake year. So, yeah, got Matt Williams auto. Put that in the PC. Picked that card up for a couple bucks. And here we finally get to some of Roberto's cards. He got on a Victor hot streak as well. Just the deep space base. The AR-15 on the chain reaction. I like that insert as well. Victor emergent insert. Another Victor base. A nice, what was this one? Tectonic Select Parallel. And then threw this one in there for the PCs. I'm also a Niner fan. Picked this one up on eBay, on card auto, Bryant Young. So I'm going to be throwing that in there as I continue my pursuit of picking up all the old 49er Super Bowl team autos. So there we go. 51, maybe 52. I might throw an extra card in there before I actually ship these out, but I wanted to get these out there at least so you can see what we're doing. And again, this is on the $16 May, now June special. 10 card minimum. If you haven't graded before, I definitely recommend it. It's not that intimidating. Do not pay for someone else to do it. That being said, I do this. I help out Nate, Roberto, and Phil. I don't charge them for anything on it. We just do it because it leverages my my membership, and then I overnight everything with FedEx, so it just kind of helps us all out. Don't pay anybody to send in cards for you. Kind of keep them. You want to keep them in your own control, and it's a good experience. And if you want to just try out something even faster, try SGC out for, you could get them for even less. I do encourage it. It's not a super intimidating thing. The hardest part is just trying to pick out which cards you think are worth sending in. So, but for 16 bucks, it's definitely worth the gamble. And again, if you're PCing the cards, you don't care. You just want it encapsulated. But if you are looking to flip, again, my philosophy is I keep about 20% of what I send in. The other 80% I flip to be able to fund additional purchases or future grading, which is, again, something like this comes in once in a, I wouldn't say once in a lifetime, but once every couple years, you're lucky enough to flip one like this. If you're buying at the rate I do, not like, some of these other channels that are opening crazy product nonstop. But this is the biggest score for us. Not too bad. Again, $1,700. best offer on eBay. Sold it yesterday, and that'll be going to its new owner today. Awesome card. Awesome card, and a fun story behind it, and that's kind of the fun point of the hobby, right? Well, my son will never forget when he ripped this card. Anyhow, there we go. Let me know if you got any questions or comments. Again, thanks to everybody for all the new subscribers that came from the Mega Box video. I hope to get some more in the future here, and we got Select coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. And again, these cards will be back hopefully in about 2 months, and we'll see what we get out of them. Thanks again for watching. Talk to you all next time. Bye.